Let's talk about the operating system that runs in your head. Daniel Kahneman's incredible book, Thinking Fast and Slow, it's not just a book. Think of it as the owner's manual for your brain. And it reveals a pretty brutal truth. Your mind is powerful, sure, but it's not always on your side. See, it's built for survival, not for making the best possible decisions.
You really believe that you make logical choices, right? That you're weighing the facts, especially when the stakes are high.
You think you're assessing every situation objectively, that you're facing reality for exactly what it is.
And that right there is the problem. Most of the time, your mind is just on autopilot, and that autopilot is costing you. It's costing you money, opportunities, and success. The very first step to getting better results is to face this reality head-on.
So what's actually going on in there? Well, Kahneman's big idea is that you're not running one single mental program. You actually have two competing systems in your head. And understanding how these two work together, or more often, against each other, is the key to everything.
Okay, so on one side, you've got System 1. This is your gut reaction. It's fast, it's automatic, it's totally intuitive. It's the thing that lets you drive a car without thinking about every single tiny movement. Then, on the other side, there's System 2. This is your conscious, analytical mind. It is slow, it is deliberate, and it takes real, actual effort to use. It's the system that kicks in to solve a complex problem. You need both, of course, but here's the catch.
Your brain, by default, takes the path of least resistance. It defaults to System 1. It gives you a fast, easy answer before you've even had a chance to really ask the right question. And relying on that fast, emotional answer, well, that is the root cause of countless bad decisions in business and in life.
Now, here's what's so fascinating about all this. These mistakes we make, they aren't random, not at all. They are predictable. Kahneman identifies these specific mental traps that we all fall into over and over again. And once you can name them, you can start building systems to actually avoid them.
So let's look at the first big trap. It's called anchoring. It is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. The first number you hear, whether it's an initial price, a salary offer, an estimate thrown out in a meeting, that number becomes a mental anchor, and it quietly drags all of your subsequent thinking toward it.
Think about it. You're in a high-stakes negotiation. If the other side opens with $10 million, that number now owns the room. All of a sudden, $8 million feels like a win, even if the real value of the deal is closer to 5. That first number completely frames the entire conversation. This isn't rational thinking. It's your mind being manipulated by a totally arbitrary starting point.
All right, the second major trap is loss aversion. Your brain is hardwired to feel the pain of a loss about twice as powerfully as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. I mean, losing $100 hurts way more than finding $100 feels good. And this emotional imbalance, it systematically sabotages your decisions.
And this just perfectly illustrates the real-world cost. It's exactly why people cling to failing projects and bad investments. They refuse to face the painful reality that they made a mistake. They're trying to avoid the short-term pain of admitting the loss, and in doing so, they miss out on the feedback that can improve their future results. The fear of that loss just paralyzes them.
So if your brain is wired with all these traps, what are you supposed to do about it? The answer isn't to stop trusting your gut. The answer is to build a system for knowing when to hit the brakes. The solution is the discipline to just pause, to deliberately engage your slower, more logical mind when it truly matters most.
Here it is. This is your system checklist. These are the moments you simply cannot afford to let System 1 run the show. When a decision involves a lot of money. When you feel a really strong emotional reaction, good or bad. When the long-term consequences are very real, and this is a big one, whenever a choice just feels simple or obvious.
That last one is probably the most important of all. Your biggest, most expensive errors often come from conclusions that feel completely self-evident. That feeling of certainty? That's just a System 1 shortcut. It's a signal that your brain has stopped facing reality and has started just assuming. That feeling? That is your cue to slow down and start asking better questions.
Okay, so let's build your new operating manual. We can boil all of this down into 3 core principles that you can start putting into practice immediately.
Number 1, respect your intuition, but do not let it run your life. Its speed is a tool, not an oracle. Number 2, face the hard reality that your brain has blind spots. Humility is a huge strategic advantage. And third, the core of this entire system, make it a deliberate habit to pause and engage System 2 when the stakes are high. This is the discipline of clear thinking.
And here's the crucial point. This isn't about trying to eliminate emotion or intuition. It's about putting those things in their proper place. It's about building a system to protect yourself from your own worst instincts so you can stop being fooled by the predictable ways your mind gets things wrong.
From this moment on, make this the one question you ask yourself before any important decision. This is the trigger for your new operating manual. Ask yourself, is this a gut reaction from System 1, or is this a conscious, deliberate thought from System 2? Just asking the question is often enough to shift your brain into a higher gear and change everything that comes next.